Safe, reliable electricity. It's something most of us take for granted until a power failure leaves us in the dark. Seattle City Light understands how hard it is to be without electricity. So when there's an outage, our crews spring into action to find out what went wrong and fix the problem fast. City Light has a very low annual incidence of customers losing power. However, as many learned in the big storm of December 2006, power can go out, and it could be out for days. Lots of things can spark an outage: stormy weather, a car and pole accident, birds and animals touching power lines, equipment failure. So there are some important steps every customer should take before the lights go out, and things to do after power is lost. Every home should have a power outage kit. There should be items in the kit to help your family cope with having no electricity. Some recommended items include flashlights with fresh batteries. Another useful item is a glow-in-the-dark stick light. Avoid candles, oil lamps, or anything with an open flame. A portable battery-operated radio and wind-up clock may come in handy. Pick up some Mylar blankets, sometimes called space blankets. Include a manual can opener. Remember, your electric can opener won't work. Have a standby plug-in phone. Cordless phones won't work when the power is out. Make sure you have plenty of stored food that doesn't require heating, and water in case of an earthquake or other catastrophe. A minimum 3-day supply is recommended. Do not operate gas or charcoal grills or gasoline-powered generators inside a home or garage. These all produce deadly carbon monoxide gas that, used inside for a short period of time, can lead to tragedy. If there is a loss of power to your home, there are several things you can do to help us get your power back on quickly. It may seem obvious, but one of the first things you should do when the power is out is to check your breaker box and make sure none of the circuits have been tripped. If they have not, double check. Go over to your neighbors and find out if they've lost their power too. If you determine the problem isn't inside your home, then City Light wants you to tell us your power is out by calling customer service during business hours at 684-3000. That's 684-3000, or our after-hours outage hotline at 684-7400. Again, 684-7400. Listen to the recorded message to see if your neighborhood is listed. If not, leave a message. However, we need more information than just where you live.
The more information they can give us that helps us pinpoint the cause of the problem, the better.
Chris Turner runs the System Control Center, the nerve center of the utility. It's the men and women working in the control center who will start the process of restoring power. Turner says the System Control Center knows when there is a major outage to a main stem feeder, but they usually need additional information.
Do you see any obvious problems? A tree on a line? Did you hear any noises before the power went off? Some pops, or see anything like a flash? Maybe a fuse blew, maybe a transformer on a pole is smoking or is on fire.
This, in addition to your address and a return phone number, is helpful.
We cannot see a specific house in a neighborhood, and in some cases, many cases, we don't even know that it's a neighborhood. We just know a certain section of the city is dark.
That is why the information provided by customers is so important. Crews can be dispatched to your area and start to backtrack along the wires to spot a cause for the outage. In some cases, power can be restored before the specific problem is even discovered.
One of the strong suits of Seattle City Light's distribution system is we have a great deal of redundancy built into the system. We can open and close switches and change the configuration to route around a lot of problems and get your lights on quickly.
Once the cause is known, several things happen to restore your power. Depending on the cause, crews will be dispatched to make repairs. If the problem is as simple as a branch causing a short circuit, then the repair can be made quickly. If it is a broken line or power pole, crews and heavy equipment will have to be brought to the site to make repairs. It can take hours to make some repairs because power lines and poles are heavy and take specialized equipment to bring in and install the replacement parts. And safety is important. There needs to be constant communication between the crews in the field and the System Control Center.
And falling power lines gave one of our photographers a fright of his life this morning.
Downed power lines are extremely dangerous. Stay at least 20 feet away from any downed lines or electrical cable. Call 911 to report downed electrical wires. Even if power has been out to your neighborhood for a few hours or even days, treat all downed wires as if they are live. As power is restored to repaired areas, seemingly harmless downed power lines may suddenly become activated and become potentially deadly. In the rare case where there has been a devastating storm or earthquake, it may take a few days to have the power restored to your home. Here are some tips to help you cope. Most hot water tanks will retain heat for up to 24 hours. If you expect a long outage, use hot water sparingly. Keep the refrigerator and freezer closed as much as possible to keep food fresh. A full refrigerator will hold safe temperatures for up to 6 hours. A full freezer for up to 2 days, but if in doubt, throw it out. If the weather is cold, make sure to dress in layers. Remember to stay tuned to news radio stations, as they will have the most up-to-date information on what is going on and what you can expect. City Light learned some valuable lessons during the recovery from the December 2006 storm, when more than half of our customers lost power in the early hours of the catastrophe. Those lessons are being applied to help us get all our customers' power back as quickly and safely as possible, and to provide useful, up-to-date information to the public about the progress of power restoration. With your preparation and help, weathering a power outage will be easier. I'm Kelly Gunther for your Seattle City Light.